2, 1, go. American food originally came from the Native American influence, which, according to foodtimeline.org, consisted of nuts, berries, fruits, small fish, and small game, such as rabbits and squirrels. Cooking in America as a whole was more slow-paced, family-oriented, long-cooked, and time-consuming, which each member was kind of just all interacting in the kitchen and having fun. Overall, the way that Americans cooked as a whole was a lot healthier, which correlated to the longevity of their lives. I have looked and done studies on the effect of fast food in America and the American culture for the last couple of years, seeing the overall changes not only in the way that people eat, the issues that come from the overall consumption, such as health, lifespan, and types of food that are consumed, and the percentage of the people that are actually cooking in their homes. The significance of the topic as a whole is simple. We've all, at one time in our lives, eaten fast food or chosen to grab a quick bite from the nearest McDonald's rather than have a nice meal with your family. Fast food has played a major role, not only in the way that Americans eat, but also in the preparation of food in their own kitchens, and also decreasing the overall love for cooking in the American kitchen, which was once a staple in American culture. The first role of fast food is changing the overall dynamic of the way that Americans eat and cook in their homes, and the way that fast food has changed the style of cooking in America, and the change of food preferences in the American culture as well. The second role of fast food in America would be the consumption rate and the facts that just come with it, and the way that the net worth of the fast food industry as a whole has risen over the last couple of decades. The ways that it has changed the overall makeup of the American diet as well, including various diseases that come with it, the diet changes that come with it, and the percentage of people who are actually obese. So fast food has changed the overall dynamic of the way that Americans eat and cook in their homes, which has gone from more of a traditional style from the Native Americans to a more Southern style of cooking. The shift in overall produce use in old style Native American cooking took a turn when American culture adapted to the new American way. As the food culture began to shift, it took a more quicker way of eating, simple way, an easier to access and less meaningful way of cooking. When you start to look at the ingredients that I spoke about earlier, which are the nuts, berries, fruits, fish, and small game, such as rabbits and squirrels, this way of eating and cooking has been less popular over the years. It began to take a shift towards fast food items like hot dogs, burgers, potato chips, mac and cheese, meatloaf, and a good old American apple pie. Fried and dried foods have really become popular, with a large increase of people who like more Southern style of cooking, consisted of more fried chicken, collard greens, and cornbread. You also see, as time goes on, the American culture shifted to a very popular image now as Tex-Mex, so tacos, quesadillas, and burritos. The transition taking these loved foods globally was easy and sparked a chain of fast food restaurants all over America. Fast food restaurants like McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, and Subway, and Burger King have become the fan favorite in American culture of eating. These fast food companies serve over 50 million people every day. McDonald's, which has appealed to younger children through toys, Happy Meals, and cheap and affordable prices, ranges at one of the top. According to the North Ohio Medical Group, McDonald's has over 35,000 franchises in America, which allows them to serve 75 hamburgers every second in the US. Let's face it, as a whole, Americans have really shifted the way that they eat, just on the simple factor that them working longer hours and not being able to afford the more expensive things at the nearest supermarket. The prices have made it hard for people to turn down the way that they feed their families. People can eat an all-you-can-eat buffet for $12, or off the dollar menu, or 20 chicken nuggets from McDonald's for $5, and just the easy old dollar cheeseburger 24/7. Compared to spending over $50 to $100 a week trying to make healthier options, this is resulting in a 27% of Americans cooking in their kitchen, compared to the 50 million people who consume fast food multiple times a day. TV and popularity have made the fast food industry a powerhouse in the American culture. Fast food commercials have been swarming every time you look. Kids can find it harder to resist, and prices and sales happen every day, which it makes harder for people to kind of just resist. So you kind of see like Domino's have a sale or 2 for $5.99 type of thing. From the dynamic of foods in America, dating back to the Native Americans, the adaptation of Southern cooking, to the dominance of the fast food, and to the toll that it has taken on the culture, to now looking at the shift in the makeup of the average American. The culture shift in food has also impacted, dating back to the Native Americans, to the adaptation of Southern style cooking, with the way that Americans have chosen to eat comes a rise in obesity and other health issues in the U.S. 2/3 or 66% of Americans have been labeled obese. Although this is the way that the culture has shifted in America, cooking and eating these foods, fried foods, cheese, meats, fats, are consumed on a daily basis and cause harm to your bodies. There is a lack in overall dietary standard. This is causing people to have dietary issues such as type 2 diabetes and various cancers. The fast food industry has grown rapidly over the last couple decades, close to making $590 billion annually. Looking through the years of simplicity, family-oriented ways of cooking and healthy eating has been defined and caused a decline by the fast food industry. Hopefully the next time you pull into your nearest fast food restaurant, you remember all the changes that the American food culture has gone through, the not so healthy choices that await you, and the fact that you are one of over 50 million people to be served on that given day. Thank you.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,